it is hard to properly stand in your own and say, I'm going to create this thing that's not yet created. And I'm also going to make it epic, and you have to be there because it's going to be incredible, and back yourself with that. Because if it does fail, it's a lesson, but it does hurt a lot more. And we always try and safeguard ourselves by being like, oh, like I just won't put in as much effort, or I just won't pitch it to enough people. So if like no one comes, it's like I didn't really try hard. So like I can save my own little ego because like it's not my fault that people didn't show up. Like I just didn't really like tell anyone. So whatever. But if you actually are here to make a difference and like fucking put your head on the chopping board and be like, fucking judge me, like here we go, I'm here and I'm going to do it. People either stand with you or they don't. And but people don't really stand with others who are wafty and who are like, oh, like could you imagine if fucking the I Had a Dream speech was like, oh, like I kind of have this thing where I think that we should all be equal maybe, but like whatever you think, and like maybe we should work together, it sounds okay. Like no one is gonna be like, fuck yeah. So you have to stand for something, and the best thing to stand for is yourself. But yeah, it's like I'm not disagreeing that it's fucking hard to put your everything into something and then it still feels like it doesn't pan out. But those are lessons. And the cool thing is that it totally could. I.e., I was like, fucking, we're going to run our first webinar and I'm going to put all this time and effort into it. And I still didn't do as much as I think I could have. We got 180 signups. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, and I'd never done one before. And the second one we did, we got like 95 signups for a different topic. And I'm still like, holy shit, a lot of people want to hear what I have to say. But I think that the difference between what I see me doing and what I see a lot of other people doing is that they second guess and they question and they need every fucking like uncle's, brother's, cat's permission to actually go and do the thing that they always wanted to do. And that until they have everyone's approval and everyone loves it and they feel 1,000,000% confident, they're like, oh, I'm just okay in my little box and this is fine. But I want more and I want what you have, but I'm also not, like, I don't really want to do hard things and I don't want someone to hate me and I want to please everybody and everyone has to like me. And if I can't provide 1,000,000 out of 10 results, then there's no point. And so people don't try new things, so people avoid things. But once you start to level up, you have to get out of your own fucking way. You really have to get out of your own fucking way, because all of this right now is you getting in your own way because you're not willing yet to stand up for yourself and be like, I am here, I'm loud and proud about what I do, and I'm fucking here to change the world. Right now you're like, oh, like maybe I'll change a couple people's lives, I guess. And you already do that really, really well, and you already have social proof. And it's just the next level of being like, yeah, cool. People aren't going to come. It's going to fail. That's going to be a lesson. I'm going to figure out how to do it better next time. And if you're in this for the long haul, then that shouldn't be an issue because it's just a lesson. It's just the next step. You have to take that step at some point. So why wait until tomorrow? It's just delaying what you want to achieve and where you want to be. You don't have to be the, I don't know, the top dog to be able to help someone. And if, like, no one gets there by not failing and fucking up and going through all of the shit, no one coming to seminars, and everyone's going to have that experience. That is part of the process. Just like everyone is going to injure a client at some point. I've done it. It fucking sucks, but I fucking guarantee you I will never do that same thing again. And now I know better. But every single business owner, CEO, whatever, is going to have those moments of no one showed up. I'm a failure. This sucks. And then some of them leave, and quit. Some of them come back and just fucking go send it.
I think now if I want to take that next step, I just got to be willing to eat a little shit. So.
And if you're not willing to, you're probably never going to eat caviar.
Yeah.
Like, everyone goes through that. And you have to understand that it is part of the process. It is not a workaround. You can absolutely fast track it by failing faster and quicker and more times. And that's why genuinely, the reason why I think I'm at where I'm at, or where I got to where I was at, was, I guess it comes back to when I first started seeing clients. My goal every single week was, I think I've probably told you this, my goal every single week was to get 10 initial consults booked, complimentary, every week. Do you know how many weeks it should have taken me to be full? 40 clients. That's all I needed. But I did it every week for like, I don't know, fucking 6 months or something ridiculous, because I fucked up a lot and I failed a lot. And I had a lot of those clients who signed up for like one session because I wasn't then willing to have them to commit to 12 weeks, 6 months, a year. I was like, oh yeah, just do anything. Like one session's fine. I was like grasping at straws. I fucking forgot to just stop for a second before I pick up the piece of gold sitting next to that. And so I was wasting all this time and effort and energy, and learned a lot of fucking hard lessons. And out of the entire company that I was at that had 50 employees or subcontractors, I was the one who ran the most initial consults and sat in front of the most people in the entire company, which means I had the worst retention rate in the entire company. I just was willing to fail more than anybody else. Everyone else, 90% of the people, gave up before I did. That's the difference. That's it. And I'm still willing to fail more and faster and get back up sooner than everyone else who's still fucking on the ground licking their wounds from 2 years ago, when no one else cares about it anymore. You did one seminar no one came to. You know who remembers that? No one other than you. That's it. If you move on, no one else remembers it either.